Hello friends, I am Welshie and welcome to Theory Pop. The second season of Netflix's She-Ra and the Princesses of Power has been out for a couple of weeks and I really enjoyed it. Though it was fairly short at only 7 episodes, Season 2 still had some great moments and revelations. From the D&D inspired episode with Bo's tiny battle dolls,
they're war table battle figures!
To further hints about Mara's failure as the previous She-Ra and the damage she caused to Etheria, there was plenty to enjoy from these latest episodes. Something that really caught my interest though revolves around a particular artifact and its potential link to a character in the show. Before I go any further, beware of spoilers ahead for Season 2 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. And also Season 1 if you haven't seen that yet. Princess Entrapta, ruler of the Kingdom of Drill and the Horde's latest recruit, is one of the only princesses we have seen so far that does not have a runestone. Glimmer, Mimister, Froster and Perfumer all have their own runestones from which they draw their power. Scorpia technically has a runestone in the form of the Black Garnet, but her family gifted that to Hordak when he first invaded Etheria and she doesn't appear to have a direct connection to it. But Entrapta, a princess with her own kingdom, doesn't have a runestone at all. But was Entrapta meant to have one? The other kingdoms we have seen so far on Etheria have an accompanying runestone. Brightmoon has the Moonstone, Plumeria has the Heart Blossom, the Kingdom of Snows has the Fractal Flake, and Selenius has the Pearl. Even the Fright Zone has the Black Garnet. Each of these kingdoms has grown around these first one artifacts. Entrapta's kingdom does not have a runestone, but I don't think this was always the case for Drill. Entrapta is a genius, with an exceptional understanding of First One's devices and an obsession with discovering more about their science and technology. She has created robotic servants that inhabit her castle and, now that she's joined the Horde, upgraded Hordak's military tech to combat the Princess Alliance. Her keen scientific intellect is one of Entrapta's greatest strengths, but her most noticeable physical trait is her hair. She has long purple hair, which in itself is quite visually striking, but more remarkable is Entrapta's ability to control her hair as though they were limbs. The tech-savvy princess can use them for mobility, as additional hands when working on her inventions, or even for casual gestures. This is not something an ordinary citizen of Etheria, or even Drill, is able to do, and appears unique to Entrapta. It almost seems magical in nature. So how did Entrapta get this ability? If we look at some of the other characters in the show, we may find some clues. Mimister has the ability to breathe underwater and transform her legs into a mermaid's tail, while Queen Angela and Glimmer both have wings. There doesn't appear to be a definite confirmation about the source of these abilities, but it's likely they are tied to the magic contained within their respective runestones. If these kinds of abilities are from runestone exposure in their bloodlines, this could be how Entrapta got her ability to control her hair with such precision. There is a connection to a runestone somewhere in her past. If that is the case and Entrapta's ancestors had a runestone, then what happened to it? Well, we might know the answer to that. In the final episode of Season 2, Reunion, Bo visits his dads at their library. George and Lance are historians specialising in the First One's civilization, and their library in the Whispering Woods contains an extensive collection of books and artefacts of the ancient race. Whilst their collection is full of texts of lore and scripture, the oldest artefact in their possession is a runestone shard found at a dig site. Recovered alongside the shard is a guardian elemental, one which is still actively protecting its charge once Adora activates it. This shard must be from a damaged or destroyed runestone, and given its purple colour, the fact it was found at a dig site, and the lack of runestone in Drill, this could very well have been Drill's runestone, which was somehow destroyed in the past. Entrapta's ancestors, once having a connection to a whole and intact runestone, were infused with its power, and a small essence of that has continued on through the generations and down to the current Princess of Drill. But Entrapta's prehensile hair is not the only evidence we have that the princess should rightfully have a runestone. Light Hope shows Adora the princesses she must unite to restore balance to Etheria back in Season 1. We see the current elemental princesses, like Glimmer, Perfumer and Froster, but we can also see Scorpia in the hologram, and she has, according to Entrapta, no noticeable connection to her family's runestone, the Black Garnet. Lighthope is showing all of the potential elemental princesses, not just the ones that are actively connected to their runestone. We also see Entrapta included in this hologram. This means that somewhere there is a runestone for Entrapta. Now, it would be easy to assume that the runestone is whole and complete somewhere and Entrapta just needs to attune to it. But we know that there is a damaged one out there, as George and Lance are currently in possession of a rather large shard of it. She-Ra's mission is to unite the princesses and restore balance to Etheria, but this would be very difficult to do if one of the princesses doesn't have a runestone. So how can the runestone be restored in order for Entrapta to connect with it? She-Ra will restore the runestone. Lighthope has already sent She-Ra and Swiftwind to repair the Watchtower, a First One's device that allowed Lighthope to access her planetary mainframe before Mara destroyed it. She-Ra and Swiftwind are able to fully repair the Watchtower, to the point that it doesn't look like it was ever damaged in the first place. If they are able to repair First One's tech in such a way, then She-Ra may be able to restore Entrapta's runestone if they can find all of the shards necessary to make it whole again. Entrapta should have a runestone. As one of the princesses that She-Ra must unite, and with Lighthope apparently confirming Entrapta's importance in restoring balance to Etheria, she is missing a part of herself and a part of her kingdom that could help the rebellion defeat Hordak and bring an era of peace to the planet. George and Lance may hold a piece of Entrapta's runestone in their collection of First One's artifacts, but the location of the rest of the runestone is currently unknown. She-Ra will need to repair the runestone and convince Entrapta to rejoin the rebellion in order to restore balance to Etheria. But what do you folks think? Is Entrapta an elemental princess without a runestone? Is she forever lost to the Horde? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see more theories, check out this one on the left. Click my face to subscribe and see all my latest theories and videos, and I'll see you next time.